What if I tell you that you can score really good marks in the legal reasoning section without even knowing any law beforehand? Yes, it is possible. And this is exactly what legal reasoning section in CLAT is all about. Hi everyone and welcome to NLTI. In this video, we are going to understand how can you actually score well in the legal reasoning section. And for the same, we have analyzed the past year questions exclusively for you so that we can share the tips, the tricks and the strategies to actually do well in this section. So let's get started. Let us understand first of all what this section is actually all about. So what we have observed in the past few years that the legal reasoning section has around 28 to 32 questions, which is around 25% of the entire exam. Also, this section has 4 to 6 long passages. Each passage has 400 to 450 words dedicated to it, and the questions are around the principles that has been discussed in the passage. So if you are someone who does not have a legal background, who does not have any prior knowledge of law, that's absolutely fine. CLAT is not testing how well you have memorized all these sections and provisions, but how well do you read the passages, how well do you identify the principles, and how well do you apply them in the questions that are given to you is something which is tested thoroughly. Now let us understand what this section is actually testing. So like I mentioned, this is not about how well do you memorize and how well do you remember the legal provisions. It is much more about having some skills which are imperative. For example, skills of extracting and identifying the legal principle that has been given in the passage. Secondly, the skills of being able to map the facts, reading the facts carefully and being able to identify what has happened and how it has happened. Thirdly, if you can do condition tracking, which means that if in a provision there are any provisos, there are any exceptions that have been given, if you can identify the same and if you can apply it properly or not. And most importantly, if you can eliminate the options which prima facie are incorrect. Moving ahead, let us understand what type of questions and topics are actually tested in the legal reasoning section. So high weightage is given to the constitutional principles. So it is very important that you should be familiar with the constitutional principles so that it's not completely alien for you and you're able to identify and answer the questions correctly. Secondly, questions around criminal law is also tested. Something really widely tested is also law of contracts, law of torts. You will also find a hint of the same in your exam, and contemporary legal issues. Current affairs from past 8 to 12 months, which is about some legal developments or any contemporary legal issues, are also widely tested in your legal reasoning section. So now let us understand what all different things that you actually need to know and things that you can avoid while preparing for the legal reasoning section. So things that you also definitely should keep in mind and it is required that those are non-negotiable for you are you being able to understand the legal principles that are being there. Secondly, you being able to apply those principles logically to the facts that have been given. Thirdly, you being able to read the comprehensions quickly. Now the passages are going to be long, right? And you will have very limited time. So speed reading is going to be the key there. And finally, if you can do condition tracking, which means if you can identify the exceptions, any provisos, and if you can apply them quickly. Things that are not required at all is you remembering the section numbers, you remembering the judgments and the case laws, you remembering the bare language of the laws, and if there are any legal jargons, if you do not know the same, that's absolutely fine. Like I've already mentioned, CLAT is not testing your legal memory. It is testing how well you can actually think and logically apply the legal principles. Now let us understand what all different steps you have to use while solving the legal reasoning question. So the first step is that you have to extract the rule. Read the passage carefully, identify the legal principle that is being discussed and underline it so that it is clear to you that this is exactly what you have to keep in mind while answering the questions. Secondly, match the facts. Now in the questions, they are going to be situation based where you have to apply the legal principle that you have extracted in the first step. Read the facts carefully of the question and match the facts with the legal principle. If there are any conditions, any provisos, please identify those provisos, those exceptions and apply those provisos, those exceptions, or otherwise a legal principle carefully to the facts. Thirdly, eliminate the options which are on the face incorrect. Some options are going to be pretty much obvious that these options are incorrect. The first thing that you should do is you should definitely remove those 1 or 2 options which you can just identify that are incorrect. That is going to save you some time in identifying the correct answer. Also, it is going to clear some fog from your brain also. That way your accuracy will be better. Let us understand few more important things that you have to keep in mind while attempting the legal reasoning section. Now, the time that you should devote for the entire section should be around 35 to 40 minutes. And for every passage, the reading time should be 2 to 3 minutes and the question solving time should be around 5 to 6 minutes. Do not exceed by any chance 40 minutes. It is the maximum limit. If you can complete the section within 40 minutes or in less than 40 minutes, that's going to be great, but it should not exceed 40 minutes in any case. If you are reading a passage which you find really confusing, which you think is really technical, you can skip it for a while, right? And you can come back to it once you have completed all your important things. Let me share a few more insights that can really help you in your legal reasoning section. If you will analyze the PYQs the way we have done it for you, you will observe that in most of the legal reasoning questions, 2 options will satisfy most conditions. You might feel that, okay, both of them are correct. But there is going to be one option that will be satisfying all the conditions. And there is going to be one option which is going to be visibly wrong. So your job is first of all going to be remove that one clearly wrong option so that you can focus more on the 2 most probable options that are there in front of you. So I really hope that you found this video useful and you are going to use these insights in your preparation. And trust me, legal reasoning is not very difficult, it's not very technical. All that you have to really work upon is improving your reading speed, identification of the legal principle, and being able to apply it properly. That's where all the marks are. So make sure you are keeping all these things in mind while preparing. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Stay tuned for more.